Alright, this lighting's actually a little bit better than I thought it would be. These lights normally work, but for some reason they don't. It's really weird. So now, this is the mighty Scrapyard. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. There's everything from restorable cars to things with just bent pieces all over the place. It's incredible. It's been a while since I really gave it a once-over, but I remember I went through and organized this about a month ago. Oh yeah, this is probably my most favorite car here. This is a 94-ish Camaro. It's kind of hard to see. It had the 4 square headlights on it. This thing, I mean, aside from its obvious issues, it's quite nice. I mean, the front and the back end are okay. The frame is a little bent. I have a small issue though. I don't know how to. You see these little circular things here? Yeah, well, I don't know how to separate the body from the frame unless I pry it off, and I don't want to do that because the frame is still fixable. The frame, as you can see, it's not that bent. It's still usable. It's just I have to remove the body from the frame so I can pry the windshield out. I can carefully hammer out the roof here, because if you look carefully, you see that the metal isn't cracked. It's just bent. So this is a savable car. I do want to restore. This is actually some kid gave me. He used to live down the street and he smashed a whole shit ton of these things. So I just took a couple. It's probably my favorite project. This car, actually, I wanted to make it into a slick top after the light bar fell off. It was never attached properly, go figure. And then I'm like, alright, well, let's just make it look like it was in a riot. So, give it some roof damage, took one of the doors off. I didn't know how I got that rear door off. I probably smashed it until this little pillar, I'm trying to point at it here, until this little pillar here felt cracked, and then I could just slowly pry it off. I'm still on the fence about fixing this one, because maybe I could get to the frame. Actually, if I can remove the body from the frame, if it's just those 2 screws at the gas tank and just in front of the front suspension, if that's all that's holding it together, I could probably fix this one. I mean, yeah, it'll still be missing that door, but I can at least get it lined up a lot better. Yeah, this one I might be able to fix. This one might happen faster than we think. Because as you can see, the metal isn't cracked. I mean, yes, here it's missing a pillar. And then there's no pillar here where my thumb is. But, yeah, the trunk, I don't know. The trunk might be a little hard to access, and the alignment's a little off. Still fixable, though. Let's see what else we have here. Wow, I really thought there were more projects here. Oh, I have my 84 Corvette somewhere around here. I don't know where I put it. I wish the lighting was a little bit better. I mean, over in this section here with a bunch of mostly usable train parts, it's fine, but I can't say the same about the other areas. Actually, I think... it's just not plugged in. Crap. I really, really, really want to find the 84 Corvette, but I don't want to get too sucked into that necessarily. Oh, what's this? Oh, this used to be a big rig. Oh, that's messed up. Okay, I have no way of fixing that. That's all. The body and the frame are just together. Oh, yeah, actually, you may recognize some of these parts. This is one of the roof panels in my 59 Cadillac. I don't know why it's here exactly. This is probably tape this to one of my RC cars. Oh, I just found the Corvette. Here we go. Alright, here's the body. As you can see, it's not bad. I mean, this camera, it gets a little blurry as I move this close to the lens. But this isn't as bad as it looks. I mean, actually, I shouldn't say that. I mean, it's a little bent. I'm holding it straight, and you can see it's kind of tweaked to the right a lot, and the back quarter here is not. Yeah, the back area is kind of cracked. It's not that bad though. I mean, I just didn't know how to fix this without breaking it worse. Because this, other than the body of this thing is not bad. I mean, yeah, it needs a new windshield, among other things, but I love the 84 Corvettes and the 85s and 86s and 87s. Pretty much any C4. And then this thing, I think I started to fix it, but then the metal started cracking. Yeah, started cracking right here. You can just see it. It's right along where my thumb is. It's hard to see on the camera, but it's definitely there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do when this die-cast metal starts to crack. Like, what do? Do you just glue it and then sand it down just enough and then prime it, then repaint it? Like, I don't even know. There's more projects here. Oh yeah, this thing I actually started fixing. I think this used to be like an '83 Ford Bronco or Ranger or something, and I started to fix it actually. As you can see, not as bad as it used to be. I still need to hammer this hood back in, because obviously it's a little... Yeah, that's all that needs to be said about that. And then this door, actually, you notice how the door jamb, or the door... I mean, it's basically a functioning door. The only reason it's like that is because this metal here is cracked. You can see where it bled, or where the paint got stripped. I mean, this side, this door's okay. I mean, aside from it being dented in a couple of inches. I don't know. This is probably fixable. I just need to be very careful. I need to find a way to just secure this door while I hammer the body forward here. Otherwise, it's not going to be fun. Got a couple. Oh, yeah, here we go. I also have some decent frames here. This frame is bent a little bit, and it would need new axles and new wheels, but it's a nice metal frame. I mean, this was probably one of the harder frames I found on a Hot Wheels or Mattel car. I mean, this thing is just... It's a trooper. I mean, the owning pin / bowling pin had its work cut out for it. That being said, the owning pin never backs down from the fight. So, oh yeah, this thing. I actually started to fix this. This is... I just started to. I got... I'm trying to remember what. I think I removed it from the frame just so I can start hammering things back out. I mean, this actually isn't too bad. I mean, I'm holding it straight. It's just the roof that's tweaked. I mean, that's a couple hits with a hammer. That's not bad at all. Just got to be careful. And here's the back of it. Look at the back. This is a freaking mint truck back. I mean, you know, obviously I removed it from the front. I'll see how it looks when I put it together. It's like a short bed Ranger. See? That's how it's supposed to look. I could probably just glue that on. Only issue there, it needs a frame. It needs wheels. Oh, is this the glass? Oh, this is the glass from the Corvette. Nice. I didn't know I still had this. So it would go... I mean, obviously this isn't going to fit very well, but... It's supposed to look something like... I don't even know if this will fit back in. I had to pry this thing out very, very carefully. It's supposed to look something like this, because, see, the black thing on the roof is an imitation T-top. So, yeah, that's... It's amazing. The glass is... You know, it's scratched a little bit, and it's faded, but it's still, like, the basic frame of it is still there. Oh, look at that. It's even got a little Hot Wheels logo in the right rear, or the bottom right corner. That's cool. Okay, what else do we have in here? Oh, here we go. We got... Oh, yeah, this car. This is one of the earlier cars I smashed. I mean, you know, aside from missing a roof, this is... Oh, this is definitely fixable. This isn't even cracked. It's just bent. I could probably just bend that back. This would need a roof and a frame. You see a common theme here. A lot of these cars... Yeah, see... Yeah, look, the other side, it's, you know, the driver's side, straight as an arrow. Passenger side, not so much. Fixable, though. Oh, here we go. Bumper from the Jaguar. Never mind. I thought I had something good. Oh, yeah, this thing. Yeah, see, this is another case when you see the little things at just like this thing here, and then this little, you can't really see it, but where my thumb is, this little circular thing here. I did not know how to remove these. And, you know, this car is actually quite fixable. I mean, yeah, the metal's kind of cracked. At the very least, it's going to need a new windshield and probably a new frame. But, maybe not a new frame, just needs to get bolted back in. I mean, kind of needs some body work. But, I don't know, this car definitely has some potential. I thought one of my friends, Tyler, gave this to me. It was really cool. Yeah, it's got potential. I just, you know, I want to just rip this frame out, but I can't, because then I'll bend it in the back, and then it'll never drive the same way again. So I need to find a way to somehow remove those little circular fastener thingies. I hate made in China cars. They always do that. I mean, of course, there's an exception like this mighty '98 Crown Vic. You know, this thing just has two little screws, as you saw. Oh, it's a '99. Oh, for shame. I should know the Panther cars by now. What else we got here? Oh, yeah, this thing. This thing would actually be fixable if I could find this entire left side front clip thingy. It looked like it was based off of Ferrari F40 a little bit. For shame. Oh, well. Oh, what else we got here? Oh, here we go. We got a... Oh, yeah, this is another car. This one I thought about fixing, but I'm not really sure because it's bent in so many places. I mean, the roof... You can probably don't want to bend this too much, but you see there's a nice... See how the metal isn't really attached to the roof? It's kind of hard to see, but it's not. It's completely cracked. It's not making any contact. It's kind of bad. Oh, hey, I found the door for the Crown Vic. Oh, yeah. I mean, little scratches here and there, so then it would go something like... I have to take all the damage out of this bitch, and then I have to We're assuming a lot of things here, but just kind of put it underneath. Probably have to line it up the quarter panel, something like this. I mean, obviously, it's kind of hard to line it up with the roof if the roof isn't straight, but it would sit a little low. But I could probably just glue it on. Okay, there's probably some more projects here. Oh yeah, this tow truck, same thing. This thing's definitely fixable. I actually kind of like how it looks without the front end on it. It looks kind of badass, like a demo derby car. I mean, at the very least, it's actually the frame is quite nice on this. The frame is not bent. It's just everything that's on top of it. I mean, the twin sonic light bar is kind of cracked. I don't really care about that though. And most importantly, in the metal here, it's bent, but it's a little bit. It's splitting a little bit here where my finger is. But the pillars are okay, and the roof is just dented. But again, these stupid little. This one it's hard as hell to see because it's reflective underneath. But these little thingies on the bottom, I have no idea how to remove these unless I take a small drill bit to them and break them and then replace it with screws. Problem is I don't have a drill bit that's strong enough. I don't even know if I have a functioning drill bit, let alone one that'll get what I want. So. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, here's a frame. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's a frame I plan on using. I mean, it's it just needs new axles and suspension, but I can just rip out parts of this interior. This is good for a compact car. This is a good frame. This is a very good frame. Here's the body to that really nice bent frame. This body's actually in pretty good shape. Probably because I hit it from the bottom. That's probably why. Yeah, see, that's not bad. So it would go something like this. I mean, it doesn't fit very well because the frame is tweaked to hell, but I mean, it would look something like, obviously needs new wheels and axles. I don't even know where to go about finding new wheels and axles for these cars anyway. It's not like people were really into resto modding them like I was. Oh, here's a nice frame too. This frame is slightly bent. This is from a Jeep. I want to say it's not a Wagoneer. It's like a 60s Jeep pickup truck. I have the rest of it somewhere around here. But it's not bent much at all. I think it just did this because I played with it a lot. I mean, that's fixed. The problem is there's the butt end. Oh hey, here's the Corvette frame. I actually started to fix this. It was actually worse than this, if you can believe that. It was a lot worse. I mean, I'm slowly bending it back. I might have to. Yeah, I probably need to glue that crack shut a little bit. It's all the wheel. Actually, the axles are in pretty good shape on this, I have to say. Here's the frame. See, we're getting somewhere. I have more stuff here than I thought. Gotta find the Jeep pickup truck parts. That thing was really cool. I know I still have it. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's part of it. Here's the back of it. I think I found the front. Yeah, okay, here we go. As you can see, this thing is relatively mint. I mean, the back, it's just, it probably could use a repaint. Just strip it down, then prime it and paint it. Problem is, though, this just happened over the course of, I dicked around with it a little bit too much. And I don't know where the roof is. That's not good. But you see the metal piece. I can't really get an angle here, but you see how thin the metal is? The rocker? That was literally all that was holding the body and the front and back together. And conversely, that's where the frame bent as well. It's a very weak spot. Still really good though. It's definitely a project. I just need a way to. Just gotta find the back frame. I'm sure it's here somewhere. But oh man, look at all this stuff. This is absolutely. Oh, here we go. This thing again. Can't get these little. Oh, actually, no. These are screws. I could probably fix this thing. Maybe. I mean, this is kind of an alright looking car. It's like a Cadillac Catera or something, or Catera, however you pronounce it. I mean, aside from this panel being absolutely tweaked to hell, it's actually quite nice. If I just take these 3 screws off, I can just drop the frame. The frame is a little tweaked, although not as much as I thought it would be. This I might start working on today as well, along with the Crown Vic. Anything with screws I'm willing to play with. And then we have this once mighty, now no longer very mighty, 2002 NYPD Impala. As you can see, actually these doors are freaking mint though. I mean, aside from it, missing the hinged operating mechanism, it's actually quite nice. The paint on them's still really good. The hood is amazing. Look at this. Freaking mint. Such a nice. The engine's good as well. I mean, this thing, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with this car because it would never stay together. I just got mad with it eventually. I just smashed the crap out of it, made it look like it got T-boned. It was in a bit of a demo derby. As you can imagine, it's that damage that's hard to replace. Oh, here's another vehicle as well, actually. Wouldn't mind fixing this. This, I mean, the frame it's straight across, but it's kind of tweaked on the bottom. It's like it drove over a small landmine. I mean, you've probably seen this in previous videos. Look at how tweaked that roof is. Holy crap. The axle is still pretty good, though. Surprising. A little bit weebly-wobbly on the front, but, you know, it works. She's a little runner. We got this guy here. This is it's like a 2000s. Oh, this is the body glove truck. I remember when I got this thing new. I actually kind of liked how this thing looked. So, this thing I wouldn't mind fixing, actually. I mean, yeah, this thing needs new axles. Definitely. I mean, look at that. Oh, that's not good. The body's pretty good on it. It just needs either the frame to get straightened or it needs a new frame. And I need to hammer out the dent in the roof. It's kind of hard to see, but I got to find a way to remove these little circular fastener thingies. It's got 3 of them. Wow, they really don't want you messing with these. Let's see what else we got here. Fiero, no, it needs a frame and a roof, and that's going to be really hard to undent. Not bad. Oh, here we go. This is... I don't know what this is. Obviously, it'd be nice if the rest of the car was here, but... I mean, if I were to guess, it'd be like a Chevrolet Beretta. I mean, obviously, I could probably hammer out this roof, but the way the metal is... wow, how many... Wow, 1, 2, 3... 3 out of the 6 or 7 mounting points are just bent completely. Wow, that's crazy. I might not be able to fix that then. Wow. And you think this place is messy now? Oh wow, look at that bent frame. That's really bad. Yeah, this thing used to be even messier before I went through and got rid of all the parts that... it's stuff like cracked and pieces of fragments of windshields. Like, those are useless. Oh, we got this. Oh yeah, this nice little Lotus that I'm not trying to resell it. I just want to make it look somewhat presentable as it sits derelict in this yard. It's really hard because look at this. You can crack this with your hand. I mean, imagine hitting it with a bowling pin or the hammer. Oh, this car actually. The only reason this car is here came with a defective rear suspension. Like the wheel literally would not mount. I don't even want to strip this thing for parts. This thing is, look at this, it's freaking mint. Look at that. It's kind of, I like the paint job too. It reminds me of the old Shelby GT350s. I mean, obviously, I might still have this rim somewhere around here. So, I mean, what I thought about doing, I have a couple CLK GTRs. I think I could in theory just take the frame, or at the very least the rear suspension assembly from it, or I could just get rid of this frame and the wheels altogether, go for something custom. Because look, the body of this thing is mint. I mean, it's beautiful, no scratches. I mean, I lied, there are some scratches. I mean, it's been in a scrapyard, you expect these things, but it's beautiful. This would make a very nice remote control car. I mean, obviously, I'd probably have to gut it a little bit because it's very heavy. I mean, where's all the weight in this car? Let's do a nice little test here. Oh, it's definitely front heavy. Okay. It's very nice, though. That car I have plans for. I just can never get it all together. Started to fix this car. I started gutting the interior. Again, I have these stupid little metal thingies in the way. But, yeah, it's not bad. It's the 90s Alfa Romeo. Frame is pretty good, surprisingly. A little dented on the bottom, but it's straight. Not bad. Now for the really fun stuff. As you can see, I've got way too much time on my hands and way too much shit to do. We've got stuff I build. There's a shit. This isn't really scrub. It's just I just raid part spins. I'm building planes and stuff. It's fun. It's what I do. Oh, yeah, here we go. We got a couple cars. Here we go. Here's the... Why? I'm not even going to ask. The once mighty, now no longer very mighty, 59 Cadillac. I've stripped it almost completely. And the only things I'm keeping are... I don't even know why the engine's still in here. Engine's held in place by nothing. But this thing actually wouldn't mind making it into a remote control car. The trunk lid, I don't know where that went. I still have the hood. I mean, obviously, I want to make this as light as possible because this thing was heavy, especially even before I stripped it, even after I strip it, I should say. There's a Dodge Ram. I don't even know what this is doing over. Oh yeah, here's the bed if I plan on fixing this. Remember when I got this thing new? This thing was actually kind of cool. Played with it a lot. Let me see. Does this even stay? Let me see. Oh yes, it does. Okay. Well, I mean, the frame, as you can see, is not as bad as I thought it would be. It's just the body, and I can't remove. I mean, the front clip, like the front fascia is mint, and I don't want to just crack that. Obviously, just have to remove that little fastener thingy that I had my thumb on there. The back one, I don't even think it had one in the back, so that's no problem. I don't know. It's another project. I gotta move this thing to another area. That way no one steps on it. And then we have this Camaro. I stripped this thing down to the bone. This is literally just, you know, the body. I mean, this is heavy too. This would not be a good candidate for a remote control car. I got a couple good parts out of this. I got some good bumpers and stuff. Got some good doors from it. Humvee. I'd like to find a way to remove this bull bar. This frame is nice too, and the axles are perfect. A little wiggle. Nah, that's not as perfect as it can be for Made in China. Who am I kidding? Oh yeah, the General Lee. Oh, here we go. Here's this little guy. I mean, yeah. I gutted this thing entirely. Took out all the sound system. It's actually a lot lighter now. I mean, that sound system and for the front end and stuff, it's heavy. I mean, I kept the bull bar. Obviously, I didn't have a choice. It's welded to the frame. Not welded. It's like glued to the frame or something. That's kind of cool. This thing I would like to see in a remote control car. This thing would be very cool because it's so light. I mean, look at this. You just flop this thing around like a fish. This would be another interesting car. I've already kind of started with it. I should probably go a little bit further. I probably... Yeah, I mean, it's a little goofy looking. It's a little riced. I'd have to... This thing needs to be stripped a little bit more. This blower on the hood has to go. Front end looks okay. A little weird, but... You know, this wouldn't be bad, actually. I mean, probably could use new rims. This isn't bad. I think I have a truck over here that I'm working on as well. Yeah, this thing's easy. There's just a lot of screws. Look how many screws there are for the frame of this. I count 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus a couple that I've already taken out. Yeah, there's like 10 screws for this. And I've already ripped part of them out. So, they really put those together. A lot of screws. Oh, this thing is my old demo. This is one of my old demo derby cars. This thing's still alive and kicking. Just gotta find batteries for it. I know. Yeah, here's the battery pack. I don't know where I have the remote around here somewhere in this pile. This thing's nice. I mean, this tape is... the tape on here was new in, like, 2009. Now it's 2014. Still holding pretty good for Scotch tape. I mean, yeah, a little bit flexy on the bumper here, but you can barely even see it. This thing's awesome. I mean, I don't even know how that got there. And then this is actually just to be the side clip of a trailer. I just kind of stuck that into the back to protect the... somewhat mint rear bumper. Not a bad idea. I remember one of these sides, the quarter panel's cracked, and you can't... Oh, yeah, it's this one. It's the driver's side quarter that's cracked. You can't even see it very well. Yeah, you can't even see it from this angle. No, I just have tape over, and I also have this big old metal beam. I love these metal beams. If anyone has these metal beams, I will buy some. I mean, I got these from old binders I had for school. These things were amazing. I mean, same thing for these. I mean, look at this side. Goes right on. It's nice and flat. I mean, obviously, if they come bent, it's going to be a little bit hard. Also, I also got these from some old binders from high school. These are wonderful. Just go right on across the front. You just layer them a little bit. It's perfect. I mean, oh, you couldn't ask for a better derby car. This thing's a trooper. I don't even know where I got this from. This black piece. And this thing, I think this is actually, is this part of a bumper or a rocker? Let me see. Yeah, I think this is from a rocker panel from a Dodge Ram police truck. I think it's hilarious. Bit of a toilet, though. This is the Eclipse. That is... I'm pretty sure I have the remote for it, and I'm pretty sure I have the battery somewhere. I just took it off full cup. I mean, I don't know if I've even made a video on this, but... Back circa 2009, 2010, I took it off several jumps, and the front suspension... Yeah, that's just not good at all. But... You know, runs and drives. I mean, I thought about putting a little ski wheel on here, like you see on some of the toilet. That's what, like the junkyard builds. But I don't know. This thing's too nice to just do that too. It's aside from that stupid roof scoop. I mean, I don't know. It's very heavy though, but it's got power. It's freaking fast. Got some more cars here. Oh yeah, there's another car I stripped for parts. Here's a CLS. Used to have dog crap on the wheels. I obviously cleaned that off some time ago. This thing, at the very least, I gutted this thing. I mean, as you can see, not really much of an interior. It's still very, very heavy, though. And, I mean, this die-cast metal body weighs a ton. Kept the engine. I don't even know why. Probably to improve the weight distribution, because as it sits down, it's got way too much over the back. Or way too much over the middle. Go to the trunk. I mean, it saved a couple ounces, a couple pounds. Actually, if I could, I could probably just rip off this entire exhaust and get rid of this little carbon fiber strip thing. This thing wouldn't be a bad remote control car. This would be a good stunt car. The frame of this thing is perfect. Nice, it's nice and clean underneath. This would be a good stunt car. Just gotta find the parts. Oh, here's another one. Here we go. Here's this thing just needs a motor, a button, a frame. I think I have the frame around here somewhere. Yeah, here's the frame. Yeah, this thing was surprisingly mint. It just needs a motor, I think. Probably needs a custom remote control as well. I just grabbed this from someplace. It works. It works really good. As I say, it ran when parked. This is... I don't even know where this went to. Wow, look at all the glue they use on that. Wow, that's insane. Heated motor, don't touch. That's always a good thing to know. Oh yeah, let's see. We've got this mighty Porsche. I just relocated this here. This thing was a great stunt car. Still turns over. Needs the battery to be charged, obviously, but you know, battery still works. Still magically fires up, and it doesn't go very far, obviously, because the battery's dead. I gotta charge it. And then, oh, here's the pickup truck. This thing I wouldn't mind doing some more things to. This thing's actually okay. I mean, got little spear things on the front bumper. These actually are. These aren't flexible. These are actually pretty hard. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I should probably get a real bumper on there. I could take one of the many parts I have here, or in the scrapyard. Probably get rid of this stupid cannon on the back. They really went overboard with these things. I'm sure any of you guys that have these things would agree. Yeah, this thing needs. I definitely got this thing. This thing would be nice, actually. This thing would be very nice for either a stunt... I mean, probably not a stunt, it doesn't have enough clearance, but... This thing could... Yeah, I could see potential with this. Look at that, it's got little bomb stickers there. This thing's alright. These things are freaking heavy, though. They have miles of wiring underneath. Yeah, I'll work on this one. I got a lot of projects. And we have... Oh, I don't know why it's mounting the Hemi Cuda. There's the mighty Buick... with the F-150 4x4 logo on it, despite the fact it is only rear-wheel drive. I always thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, this thing is... I've wailed on this thing way too many times. This is actually a tow rope for it, if I ever got it stuck. I don't even know why it's still there. It's the remains of the tow rope. Obviously, it got towed quite a few times. Got the 350 here. These came off the F-350 4x4 that... I'm pretty sure I junked. I mean, I stripped it for parts. I mean, I don't have the front clip around here somewhere. The front clip is really nice. It's hard to mount it, though. I also have a bull bar I put on that. Yeah, Hemi Cuda. This thing needs... The body is mint. Just needs something for the antenna. And it needs... battery. Basically, it just needs a motor. And a remote control. I kind of went a little overboard with the tape here, but... I mean, this thing is... There's an easy way to do this. Look at this. Barely even flexes. That's just with tape. The bull bar works really... See, and also because the ends of the bull bar, it's good if you ever need to hit something above you. It's pretty nice, actually. Just a couple more. We got... Oh, here we go. The mighty Nissan Silvia with that really, really interesting claw. I got this because this is another part of one of those old 3-ring binders that you used in high school. And I just couldn't be bothered. Because this one, I cannot get this clip thing to be removed, so I just left it on. A lot of fun when you're driving around a house that's got wall-to-wall drywall, as you can see. I mean, the bumper, it's got full metal bumpers. I mean, the tapes, this tape, I think, is new in 2008. This thing's starting to show its age. Bumper still stays on, though, as you can see. It's not very flexy. We got the fire truck ladder side guard. Good thing to help protect the wheel a little. It sometimes rubs on the wheel just a little bit. Barely even feel it. Then we have the fire truck doors to guard the other side. Much better fit here. And the bumper came off. That's not good. Wow, that's a lot of tape. Oh man, I didn't even mean to do that. That's why I hate tape. That's why I do something like welds. That's a lot longer. Then we have the good old boat on the back bumper. I mean, it's not bad at all. I mean, I could probably remove a couple more things here and there for it, make it just a little bit faster, but... Oh, this hood still works. I didn't even know that. See, there are little latches for the hood. See the little spring? Oh, that's so cool. I forgot about that. Let's probably get rid of that engine. It doesn't really... You know, there's an electric motor, obviously, to power the rear wheels, so the motor in front's just for decoration. This car, I used the spoiler. This red spoiler came off that red Porsche. Fits pretty good here, actually. The angle is not bad at all. I tucked it underneath the front splitter here, or whatever they call it. Headlights, this thing definitely ran when parked. Obviously it needs the battery charge. It could use some, yeah, it could use a bit of a strip down. It's a little heavy, but yeah, it's fine. It works good. It probably needs something for the rear bumper. Actually, I think it used to have either the bull bar that's on, where's that car? That used to be on the Hemi-Cuda, yeah, the Hemi-Cuda bull bar. That used to be on either the front of this or the back, and obviously it did not. Look at the angle of that back. The back was actually very hard to get parts for. I mean, unless I have stuff like this, I need lots and lots and lots of these, so I can just layer them across the back. Or better yet, layer them over, just down vertically from here to here, so it protects the taillights, because these are LED taillights. These things are mint. I mean, the headlights as well. I mean, that's what I like about the spoiler. It's got a nice layer of protection against the... See? It's very... I mean, unless they, like, hit it at this angle and just come in from there with, like a claw, like what we saw in the Mighty Sylvia. But, that's about... No one else who I do the stuff with has a car like the Mighty Sylvia, especially not with that claw. That thing's awesome. I was talking about how many things I crashed into with that. And this car's all... I've been interested in this car for a while. This thing's awesome. I remember when I got this new and I hated how the wraparound bull bar looked. So I just bent it and bent it and bent it, and it finally came off. It looks pretty nice. I mean, it's based off of aluminum on the front, and I'd guess maybe a Caprice in the back. Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of generic, but it looks cool. The lights all work. Oh yeah, look at those vector pods. These batteries are freaking old as hell. I mean, if I could, I'd reprogram it so that the lights would either spin inward like that, or go outwards, or just, I don't know, just do something other than having the wall flash at exactly the same time. Same thing for the lights. But not to mention, I mean, you hear this motor. I turn the gear, you can hear the gears. But this thing won't turn unless you press this yellow button here. And it'll drive straight, but the axles are a little bit... Yeah, they're pretty good. Pretty good for made in China. I would just like to make this thing remote control and have the lights be able to be toggled on and off. I honestly don't know where to begin with this, though. This thing is really nice. I do what I could to keep this thing out of the line of fire. Look at that factory dual exhaust. Oh, yeah. As you can see, I remember the old screws I had in here were seized. I had to kind of take a screwdriver and hammer to the drive shaft and differential case a little bit there. What's this? How many cylinders does this have? Looks like I had a V8, because it's... Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, the Mighty Hummer, yeah, this thing is... Oh, wow. I did not think it would... Oh, so apparently the front strut tower bar goes through the hood now. Wow, that's new. Okay, that's a little weird. I mean, this has everything in it. It's got the remote controls, it's got the battery for probably the Mighty Buick in the back. It's pretty nice, I have to say. This is... I got my giant part... I got parts bins periodically, but not for car parts. It's not bad. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's the front clip to that F350. This thing is really hard to mount, though, unless I just cut these little ends off, but then I'd sacrifice side protectors, so I could just mount it backwards. I don't know. Hardest part about having this part is finding something that'll fit on. It's really nice, though. I mean, it doesn't bend very much. I'm trying decently hard. It's not bending. Here's the rear wheels from the blue Camaro that I stripped for parts. Oh, here's the frame for my Explorer, for my 95 or 96 Explorer police truck. I still have the body somewhere around here. Yeah, it's straight, but it's missing the back half of it. Actually, I might know where it is. Here's the front tray. This is from probably a Mustang or something. Here's the rear gear assembly. I just gutted this just to see how it worked. Wow, 4 sets of gears in there. Electrical tape, always good to have that. I was wondering where I put that. Yeah, actually, there are a couple more projects. Most of them are just projects in limbo, but I do plan on moving ahead with a couple like the Crown Vic there and the whatever this pink yellow thing is. We have Explorers around here somewhere. I gotta find it. There it is. Oh, here we go. Oh, jeez, this thing's a lot of tape on this one. I don't even know why. Fans from my first Xbox, I stripped that for parts. If I can ever find a way to wire these up, I'd put these somewhere. I don't know, they're kind of cool. A little dusty. this. I mean, aside from the partially missing back windshield and non-existent rear fascia, this thing's kind of cool. Front end, I mean, the headlights and the grille are relatively mint. I mean, it's held in place by one screw. It's held in place by Hope. That's good enough for me. This thing's nice, though. Actually, I sort of got the Metro Police logo. If you see my Midnight Club LA video with the, what did they say, with the Range Rover 2009, I used this logo. I literally had this thing right next to me, and I just would periodically glance at it. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Metro Police. Very generic, but very cool. This thing needs pretty much everything. It needs a new light bar, and not like the crappy basic red. I'd like something like a vector bar, or if possible, I'd make a, what are called Federal Signal Jet Sonic or something. I don't even think they made those for the model cars. I like to patch those little holes where the buttons would used to be for it. Yeah, that's the problem, actually. I should probably put this by the frame so you can see exactly what I mean when it needs everything. Got a helicopter I stripped for parts. Still pretty fun to use, though. These are the gratings from the Xbox. Another grating from an Xbox. This would be good for a bigger remote control car. Extra layer of protection for your paint job.